Hey everybody, Eric here from Collect and Reflect, and today we've got a special presentation here of the Stranger Things pop-up store. This one here is located in the Aventura Mall, just a bit north of Miami, Florida. So I was able to attend this recently, and we filmed going inside, heading in through the line here. We want to share it with you all, so check it out and enjoy. Here was the line going in. Now we had to mute a lot of the audio that was in the store. Because the music was pretty loud. We want to avoid some copyright issues. But yeah, we had to make a reservation. And once you make your reservation, you show up at your allotted time. Here's the entranceway here, looking pretty cool with all the lasers, kind of like the Stranger Things intro from the Netflix show as the title cards come in. Had some mistletoe there for the holidays. And like we see here, they actually had 30% off of all the holiday items because this was about the day after Christmas that this was filmed. There's some cool items here, some holiday items on the shelf. Here we had a model of Billy's car, which is pretty cool. Some different mugs and plushes and puzzles. I believe that's a puzzle of the portrait that Mike draws, or that Will draws for Mike. We had some holiday advent items. We had scarves. We had a palm beanie here stuck in the upside down. That was looking pretty cool. Then down here we had some Christmas sweaters. Some Christmas postcards that you could get. A lot of them were pretty cool. Deck the Hawkins, I like that one. Had some ornaments. I believe those are actually Funko ornaments. I actually have one of Steve. We have a Hellfire Club Christmas ornament with a mirror on the back, which I thought was interesting. Then we have some light necklaces too. And coming over here, so this room is basically supposed to be like the buyer's living room, decorated for Christmas. So we've got several different, 80s themed things that would be around in the buyer's household. And I wanted to pan up here because they had some art on the wall, showing the Demogorgon coming through the wall like it did back in season 1 when Joyce was looking for Will desperately. That was pretty cool to see that. And I did get a shot of the lights. I love the effect of the lights in the buyer's room. We do see the R, U, N lighting up, and then all the lights did, just like in that really awesome episode from season 1. Then over on the shelf, we have kind of a shrine to what somebody would have had in their shelf in the 80s. A lot of different books, and toys, records from the era. And again, just showing those lights, how the different letters change and then all light up. Then I got a better, wider shot of that so that you can see the R, the U, the N, and then everything lighting up, going back off, and then turning on again. So another shelf over here with some books. So this is actually a book that I do have, The World Turned Upside Down. It's kind of a behind the scenes look at what they do in the filming of Stranger Things. They actually had like some hand sanitizer kits, Rubik's Cubes, throw blankets. And I thought this was pretty cool. Over the wall they had a map of Roane County, which is the fictional county that the show takes place in. This is like a map that they used in one episode. And over here, more holiday merch. This is actually Hanukkah merch instead of Christmas merch. So I thought it was cool that they had not just the Christmas holiday, but they had the Hanukkah holiday. And over here, when we turn the corner, was actually a little photo op area, kind of like one of the posters for season 2, I believe, when Hawkins is just opening up with the Mind Flayer there. So I was able to sneak in here, get a little photo op with the kids' bikes entering Hawkins. That was cool. And moving right along, we have the Palace Arcade. And before I popped in there, I did notice the Mind Flayer's tunnels, Will's drawings that were coming over here, which led me to a really cool replica of the actual drawing, which is just out here on the table like it would have been in season 2. So that was really cool attention to detail. So passing through the Starcourt Mall, you get to the Palace Arcade. That was also in season 2. Cool posters and merchandise that was available for purchase. Some Pez here, some cool shirts. These were smaller shirts. These were like youth-sized, really, really youth-sized shirts. And a poster of Frogger. And then over here, which is cool, aside from the merch here, they had, the Viewmaster, kind of like a click slide thing that was in one of the episodes. The arcade machines, the places where they have the shelves that were based on the Arcade Palace were actually made to look like arcade machines. So that was pretty cool. They did actually have arcade machines over to the right that you could play. But these were just lit up to look like arcade machines, but also housed the different shirts that you could buy. So I don't know the difference. I don't know how much of the merchandise in the store is exclusive to the store, but I think a lot of it was because I wasn't familiar with a lot of it, especially that hat. That hat I did pick up, and it had a really cool lining. They have arcade tokens for each of the characters and this really cool blacklight poster. And the windbreaker for the Palace Arcade, which is right next to that, was really cool. Just a little bit more than I wanted to spend, especially since I was already buying a few shirts. I had to check out this Magic 8 Ball though, because if you remember, we did the H&L Control Room teaser trailer, and the 8 Ball was one of the items. And it was cool because it's like red inside instead of the normal blue. And it says H&L Control Room on it for the 8 Ball. I don't even know if it was for sale, to be honest, because it was the only one there, and it had some tape on it as if it was kind of broken or something. But after the arcade, we checked out a little bit more of the Star Court area. They had a Scoops Ahoy display. Nothing super amazing there, in my opinion, but it was still, nice to see. Then we have some more Stranger Things 4, Season 4. This really, really cool shirt of Eddie, as if it's like a performance highlight, one night only. Most metal ever in the Upside Down, 1986. Pretty cool. Then we had a lot of Hellfire Club merch, some hats. 2 really cool posters. They did a poster for every episode of Stranger Things Season 4. Like I said, more Hellfire merch over here, a puzzle, some postcards, a Master of Puppets vinyl record, a guitar pick necklace, which is pretty cool, some socks, Hellfire Club hat, and they have this Hellfire Club hoodie, which is pretty cool. Take a look at the back of it, and it's like a portrait of Eddie Munson doing his iconic pose that everybody loved from Season 4. And then we have kind of like the Hawkins High section. Before that, we have the wanted poster for Eddie Munson that gets defaced. Kind of a VHS Vecna themed shirt. Just the poster for Stranger Things Season 4. And then, like I said, kind of a Hawkins High area, different lockers that you could look at. And some Hawkins High themed merchandise, socks, like as if you were on the sports team for Hawkins High, along with some magnets. This section was pretty cool. I liked a lot of this merchandise because this isn't a lot of stuff you normally see. Right behind this shirt actually was a pretty cool windbreaker, as if you were a member of the Hawkins High, any sports team. And they have these lockers you could actually open and take a look inside. We got the walkie-talkies, the chemistry books that the kids have. Then over here we have just some more assorted items. And that does it for the lockers. Then we have the Rinkomania merchandise, which is pretty cool. Those shorts and that jacket were so shiny. The video doesn't do it justice. Some Argyle shirts. They had 2 different Santa Cruz skateboards, which they were really, really, really cool. They had really cool designs on the decks. I didn't get a chance to show in the video, but if you're in this store, go look for those. Then transitioning over to, we have basically, which is like the Russian lab that was under Star Court. So here's their machine that they were using to burrow into the Upside Down Season 3. Lots of different buttons to press, even though it said do not press. Some kids having some fun there on it. Yeah, so just a lot of merchandise in the background. And then this is basically a waiting line to be able to go take some photos with a Demogorgon coming out of the wall. So here we have like the fuel source they were using in the Russian lab. A really cool statue of a Demogorgon there. Lots of do not touch signs. And then they basically have a portal being opened to the Upside Down for you to go have a photo op with. So we're waiting in line here for a while, just checking out the merchandise that was available here. And eventually it was our turn to go in. That was pretty cool. So yeah, we had a good time in here. It was pretty fun. Then we just went to check out with the merchandise that we decided to purchase. So they have you check out in the Star Court area, which makes sense. This is shopping area. Started to get really crowded about 30 minutes, 40 minutes after our reservation time. So we wanted to get in and get out. Last thing I checked out was the buyer's table because they had a lot of cool Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Then it was time to leave Hawkins. So you exit the way you come in, but on the opposite side, heading back out like through the title cards in the Netflix show. Going out through the black and red. And then just taking one last look at the Stranger Things sign. And then we were out of there. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you get to check out a store if you can. And if not, hope you enjoyed the video and you get what you wanted. So have a good time and See you next one.